Man, I was talking to a guy yesterday. He and his wife just paid off their mortgage literally that day. I mean, can you imagine how that's got to feel? I can't imagine. I mean, it's got to be the best. Oh, okay. Best thing ever. These guys aren't freaking super duper wealthy. Let me tell you, I think they got $550,000 or something like that. You know, nothing wrong with that, but they're not like multi-millionaires by stretch. You know, house is worth $300,000. Uh-oh, there's a doggy. Hi, dogs. I got Finny right now. But I was like, can you imagine not having a mortgage? Oh, man. Be still my heart. But it's just awesome. You know, they've been married since they're 18 years old, my friends. 18. You know, put three kids through this house. It's just, man. Easy to see. I don't know if y'all can see these dogs up here. You probably can't really see them up there. I love living in neighborhoods that got kids and dogs. I don't know about those 55 plus neighborhoods. I got to have kids running around. There's nothing like the sound of a child laughter, if you know what I'm saying, and then dogs barking. Anyway, so these guys just paid off their mortgage. You know, they're freaking. He survived. You know, he's a small business owner. COVID really knocked him down. He and his wife. His wife didn't work very much. You know, basically, I got stuff in my face. Let's just eat some free-range chicken wings from Pine Street Butchery or Pine Street Market here in Atlanta. It's good, man. Garlic. Oh, I forgot to put butter on there. Oh man, I should have soaked them in butter. Anyway, so going back to what I was saying. So so he's a small business guy. COVID really knocked him back. He's in a bad place, man. His dad died. Hey, puppy. But with a little bit of faith, a little bit of optimism, having a good relationship with your wife, things come back, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's not always to be peaches and cream, my friends. Hey, puppy. There's a golden retriever. And you got to recognize that. There's going to be some dark times. And you're just going to have to deal with it, And the dark times are behind you. Dark times are going to come. It's not always going to be easy. We know that. You know that. You've had times, but like this guy said, man, it's tough. His COVID hurt his business. His dad just died, and something else they said too. I forgot what it was, but good boy. But he just drive on, man, and see how that shakes out. It's not. That's the only thing you do. The only thing you do is just keep plugging away. You know what I'm saying? And I was very happy to hear that. That's one thing about being married to someone that you love, who loves you back, is that they don't love you because of your wealth or anything like that. They love you for who you are. And when things get dicey, well, how many peas are you going to take there, Finny? My goodness. When things get dicey, you can rely on them, and they can rely on you and be there for you. It's like when Charlotte and when we first got married, I had quit my job at Schwab. I was recruited to go work for this tech firm. This is back in the .com era, in the late 90s. And these guys were in Gilbert, Arizona or something like that. I forgot where. And I was going to do I was actually into web site stuff, but I was into, that kind of website, HTML. I wouldn't say I was good at it, but I was good enough to get a job making halfway decent money. And anyway, long story short, it was just, I hated the job. Hated the job. It was so bad. And at first, it was nothing for me to do. They were just living off money of investors. I said, what are we supposed to do? He goes, oh, well, once the Swedish account gets set up, we'll have something for you to do. I was like, well, why'd you hire me? You know what I'm saying? I was like, this sucks. I'm bored. And the guy next to me was a gay guy telling me about his gay exploits. And I was like, I don't want to hear this crap. He wasn't actually a bad guy. He wasn't like he was being, he was explicit. I didn't want to hear it, but I was like, dude, he wasn't like, he wasn't a clown. I just like, I really don't want to hear that stuff. It wasn't, I didn't want to hear it because it was like gay. It was like, I just don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to be here, and I don't want to hear a gay guy tell me about his sexual exploits over the weekend in Phoenix, Arizona. And it's just nothing. It's like, this job sucks. So after a couple, probably about 3 months, and they said, no, we'll have stuff for you. I said, life's too short to be bored for a paycheck, if you know what I'm saying. So I said, no, I'm out of here. And so I quit. No, there's a car right there. You can't go on the street when there's a car. So I quit. And dude, I couldn't find work to save my life. I'll never forget, I went to Home Depot to get a job. And they said, dude, you don't have any experience. So I was in the infantry, so I know how to work. I can learn. They go, yeah, but you got a college degree. You're overexperienced for some of this, or overqualified. We don't need some of the college degree. I said, what are you talking about? But you're underqualified for other things. I said, dude, I was in the, what? You need people to show up on time at work? I can do that. I said, yeah, but you don't know like floor coverings and stuff. I said, I can learn it. And it was weird. So I'll never forget that. They didn't hire me. And I said, man, I was down in the dumps. I was depressed, not gonna lie. I mean, I wasn't like suicidal or anything, but it's just like, dude, this is kind of embarrassing. So Charlotte took a job at some crappy place with a guy who was basically as an executive, a personal assistant for this woman. The whole thing was weird. The guy was addicted to like porno or something. I can't remember what she told me, but the whole thing was weird. And it sucked, dude. I've never been so embarrassed in my life. I said, man, here's my wife working for this lady whose husband's like addicted to pornography. And she was just not happy camper because her husband was, the whole thing was bad. And I could not find a job. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this freaking sucks. And I started thinking, well, maybe I'll just go to law school. That's what lawyers, I don't know what else to do, so let me go to law school. I mean, can you imagine being a biz, like, I want to be a lawyer. Why? Well, because I don't know what else to do. And so I started applying to law school, and I was like, man. And then by this time, Charlotte was about ready to have pop Maddie out. And so Maddie gets popped out. No, this is, where was that? It was after Vanguard. Yeah, it was before Schwab. And then a friend of mine who worked with me at, because I went to a temp firm, that's what it did. And ultimately I got my job at Schwab, but that's what it was. So ultimately I finally just went to some temp firm, just say, dude, I'll pretty much do anything. It's just embarrassing. And then I was able to, I met a friend there at this temp firm who went on to Schwab. He got a job at Schwab, and then he referred me to Schwab, and I got hired there. That's what it was. But anyway, it was tough, man, tough. You gotta have a good relationship, or else, buddy, or else you're gonna be on the outside looking in, saying you know what I'm saying? It's like, how are you gonna explain to your better half that you can't? It sucks. You have to have a good relationship. You gotta be open. And Charlotte's like, dude, he'll find something. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? And she stuck with me, and we stuck with each other. Anyways, the point being, going back to getting the mortgage paid off, so these guys were married when they're 18 years old, high school sweethearts. Now they're in their mid-60s. You know what I'm saying? 48 years together, I think is what they said. 48 years. I'm like, man, they didn't have a durable power of attorney. As I said, how can you not have a durable power of attorney? Anyway, the point being was, they've been through some bad times, good times. And this is what happens when you get married. Times go up, times go down. You just gotta go with the flow. The funny thing is, as you get older, my friends, you just take it easy. You don't get too upset by things. It's weird, man. The older I get, the less intense I am, if that makes sense. And I know, as a freaking emotionally high-strung guy, where everything pisses me off, when I was before, and I'm just like, whatever, man. Like, literally, I don't want to say I don't care, but I do care. But it's just not that big of a deal. So anyway, if you're in that area where you're just like, man, things aren't working out, I'm mid 35, I can't find work, or I'm not finding a good job. My wife, she doesn't have respect for me. You don't know that to be true. I mean, you might, but that's what I thought about my wife. So she's gonna not have any respect for me if I don't have a job. And she's like, dude, I married you for the long term. I don't know what I forgot what the vows say, come hell or high water or something like that. But I married you. I'm sticking with you. And there's a feeling of comfort that says, look, man, we are here together in good times and bad. And I'm just telling you, just hang in there. Because I'm not going to say things are going to get better or even good. I don't know. You don't know. But I do know that as you'll find out that the problems you're encountering today are going to seem minimal in the future, because problems always are. In today's days, you're like, oh, my, this is the worst thing ever. And then 3 years, I'm like, oh, what was I worried about? Anyway, just yapping. All right, we'll see you.